Right, Samuel, finals football, does it feel any different as you head towards a couple of pretty big games?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of excitement in the group. But to be fair, we've talked about it in the past. The past like 5 games for us has, been like a final for us. So, in saying that, it is a big game. Obviously, one of the biggest games in the club history. So it's going to be, a very big prospect that we're going to look forward to, really.
It's a unique proposition as well in that it's over 2 legs. So how do you approach the first leg away from home on Sunday?
I'd say we treat it like a normal game. The only difference being if, we go up a few goals, we can keep pushing for more. If we go down, then we're not going to, throw the toys out the pram. We've got to be smart and make sure we don't concede any more. So I'd say that's the only difference. Other than that, we'll just treat it like a normal game.
So there's no temptation, not that you get to make these decisions, of course, the coaches do, no temptation to go over there and try and come back with with the tie level, for example?
No, we're not going to go over there to try draw. There's no away goals as well, so obviously that factor's not in there. But never going to go to a finals game wanting to draw. I think we're going to try win and then take it back home and hopefully win again, depending on what the score will be.
How do you reckon you match up against Melbourne Victory?
I think we've played them a few times this season and we've got on the better side of them, I think, once or twice. So I think it's going to be a good game. It's obviously 2 good sides. We know they've got a lot of threat, especially down there going forward. Being a left back, obviously, there's a lot of wingers that I've got to look out to mark, and they've got a lot of firepower on the bench as well. So we know what we're coming up against, and we've done it a few times this season. So would be great to come out on top again.
Both your captain Alex Roofer and your coach Chiefy have said that often in these games, these finals games, it's the team that makes fewer mistakes that advances. How do you try and avoid any trepidation about making those mistakes?
Good question. I think you can't think about that too much or you're going to make the mistakes if you're worrying about that. So like I said, we'll just prepare like it's a normal game, and I think the boys will be mentally switched on for this one. So I think that will hopefully take away most of those mental mistakes, especially. So we'll be switched on, and yeah, like I said, hopefully we don't make those mistakes, and hopefully Melbourne Victory are the ones to make those mistakes.
You excited?
Very excited. Very excited.
How does Daniel Alzani compare to some of the other wingers in terms of the challenge for you as a left back coming up against him?
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's fast, nippy, and a great dribbler. I think every player I've come up against has offered something different, so you can't get comfortable in this league. And being a fullback, that's part of it. You're going to come up against one of the best players, in the league most games. So it's no different with Alzani, but I'm prepared to, defend him. I've defended him a few times, and it's going to be a good matchup, I think.
This is arguably the biggest game since the 2010, was it, preliminary final? I don't know, do you remember much from that? Well, you must have been about 10 years old, or how old were you, do you remember?
Yeah, I would have been 8 or 9, I think. I don't think I watched it live, but I do remember it going on, and yeah, it's another one of those games, massive games, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
I mean, I know you're saying it's just like any other game, but does it feel like, I don't know, is there a bit of excitement in the group? Are you guys talking about it a lot, going, shit, this is quite a big moment for this team?
Yeah, honestly, going to disappoint you with a cliche, but it is. It's just, we've got to treat it like another game, and we obviously are excited as a group, but if we talk about it too much, then it's not going to do any good for us. So, and we've done that the whole season, Like I said, the last 5 games have felt like finals, but we haven't got carried away, and that's shown in the results, and I think we're going to do the same thing for this game.
Like having the weekend off, do you feel like that helps recover and repair? Do you feel like you've lost a little bit of momentum maybe? What's that been like?
The weekend off has been good for us, I think. It's given us a chance to kind of just relax and assess the team, and we haven't had that in a while, so it's been good. It was good for me because I picked up a quad injury from the last game, and it's completely gone now, so it's probably good timing for me. But like I said, no, it's not affected us in a bad way, and I think if anything, it's been positive.
How does a 2-legged tie sort of affect your outlook for a game? Do you have to look at it differently than any other game normally?
No, like I said, we're not going to go over there to try draw, but the only difference being if we're scoring a few goals, we'll keep pushing for more. If we're conceding a few goals, we'll make sure we're staying in the game. So that's the main difference, like I said before, and other than that, it's normal game.
couple of questions from James McConey. The crowd goes wild as well. How important has Costa Barbarouses been for the team this season?
Massively important. Costa's been immense for us. We've seen that just through the stats in themselves, but not only that, you know, he's probably one of the most decorated players in the team, and he's always defending as hard as the back line and putting in a lot of effort for the team. So that, you know, speaks volumes for the type of character he is, and he's a leader in that regard, and as me as a young boy, definitely look up to him, and inspires me and inspires the whole team every day, training, playing, and yeah, so it's not just the goals he scores and, you know, the goals he creates. He's just a massive character for our team.
Do you lean on him more in weeks like this against one of his old clubs? He's obviously had a lot of success in Melbourne.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got the most experience with finals football, so you've got to lean on that. So we'll be looking to him. But there's a lot of leaders in this team, and even though we haven't experienced much semi-final play, we've got enough, you know, mental strength and good characters that we're going to be mentally strong going into this game.